just in time for another important conversation here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Now, Tygerberg Hospital supports the most premature babies in the country and has the only state human milk bank in this province. Now, there is, however, a great need for breast milk at Tygerberg Hospital in the Western Cape's neonatal unit. LatchOn Breastmilk Drive has been established as they look to help all babies in the unit and future babies to come. Now, as we continue our health discussion on World Prematurity Day, we are now joined by Jason Falken, who is the CEO of the Tygerberg Hospital Children's Trust, and Sister Madeleine Alexander, a clinical mentor for Paediatrics and Neonatology at the hospital. Thank you so much to both of you for joining us for a very important conversation this morning.
Great pleasure, thank you.
I'm quite shocked that Tygerberg Hospital is the only state breast milk bank, and I'm assuming this is where I'm asking this question is, why is there such a big shortage of breast milk at Tygerberg Hospital?
The reason why there's such a big shortage is because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and that was the biggest threat for breast milk, as well express breast milk as well as donor milk. The mothers was also tested positive for COVID-19, and they were separated for 14 days from their babies. And we all know that sometimes 14 days is not enough to recover from COVID-19. So after the 14 days, they were still sick. They had fatigue, they had shortness of breath. And then also some of our staff members also had COVID-19 positive, and they were out of work. And they were the highly skilled staff that could help the mothers. Some of the parents lost their jobs, so there were no money. And we all know that Tygerberg, the surrounding areas of Tygerberg is Eerste River, Bella, Kuilsrivier, and the mothers must travel in and out with public transport. And in the public transport, there's a high possibility that you can also detect COVID-19. And also our suppliers, our regular suppliers of donor milk, they couldn't supply anymore because they also had the same problem of COVID-19. And then the nurses got worried, and we decided, but we must have a donor milk drive. And then that is when we partner with the Children's Trust Hospital, Trust Fund, sorry. And they were so eager and willing. And then since then, we are like glued together.
Oh, that's amazing.
I love that, and sadly this is the reality, but we know that breast milk is so important for, for babies. They need that minerals and that vitamins from the parent, but why is it so important, especially for premature babies as well?
Breast milk is the only natural, perfect food, and if I can say it, God-given food for babies and also your full-term baby. It consists of all the nutrients a baby needs, a premature baby requires. It has a high content of fat, and that means that the baby's brain can develop, his nervous system can develop. And also, babies need that first milk, which the mother expresses after birth, and we call that colostrum. And colostrum we also call the liquid gold. And like my friend said at the hospital, when you put the colostrum under a microscope, it shimmers like gold. And that is why I have this golden ribbon. So it reminds me of breast milk. So the mothers must just remember they actually have gold in them.
Gold.
and that first milk, the colostrum, it also is a natural vaccinator, because of its high content of antibodies and white blood cells. Then breast milk is also easy digestible. The baby doesn't have to use all this energy. It is easy on the stomach, and we must just remember, like the doctor said, that a premature baby is born before 37 weeks, and they have an immature gut. So if they use any other type of methods of feed or food, then it is that baby cannot absorb that food, and then the baby will have problems. But with milk, with a breast milk, express breast milk, it is much better and it's easy digestible. There's also enough protein in premature milk for babies, and that helps with the growth and development of our children. And then it's easy readable. Sorry.
It's easy available.
It's easy available, sorry.
No, but that's
And
fine.
what we've done at Tygerberg Hospital, our mothers, we have rooming in. So at the moment, we can accommodate 66 mothers at a time.
Okay. And I know that there's also a big need for breast milk. That's why you guys created the drive for it. How can expectant mothers or moms who have given birth be part of this breast milk drive?
So for moms, we'd like them, of course, to donate milk to the hospital. But first they have to go through a screening and counseling process, which is available at the hospital. They can, of course, contact the hospital directly and they can get assistance there. Or if they wish, they can contact the trust and they can email us at contact@tygerbergchildren.org.za and we can assist them from there. But you know, there are also things like other components of the, let's say, the breast milk value chain where the general public can also get involved, such as the donation of glass jars with metal lids. Smaller ones are better. 250 ml and small is probably the best. But all glass jars with metal lids will help because these are actually the glass jars that the moms express their milk into.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's an integral part of the breast milk donation value chain, as I said.
And when, sorry to ask another question, when parents donate, when moms donate their breast milk, do you want it frozen? How do you receive it?
Well, if they donate it at the hospital, then of course it's fresh and it goes directly to the milk bank. But once the moms are on the database as approved for donating to us, there's also a mechanism to express the milk at home and freeze it. And then they can get in contact with the trust and we'll assist them with logistics to come and pick up from their homes. So there's no real need for them to come to the hospital once they get to that point.
Now, you've also been encouraging the public to join in the month-long virtual walk. Tell us a bit more about this and how the public can get involved in this.
Yes, so this is just a little fun initiative for us to celebrate the month of prematurity. Of course, we heard from Sister Madeleine how important breast milk is for our preemie babies. It's very easy. You buy a purple t-shirt from us. Purple is the color of prematurity. And you walk with your family wherever you are, take a few pics, tag us on social media, Facebook or Instagram, and stand a chance to win a prize once a week.
That's amazing. Well, Jason, Sister Madeleine, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And a big thank you to Jason Falken and Sister Madeleine Alexander for joining us this morning on your Feel Good Breakfast show. It is always so heartwarming to hear the good work that the hospitals such as Tygerberg are currently doing for the most vulnerable and for our future leaders, that is the babies. Now show your support for their World Preemie Month event and the LatchOn Breastmilk Drive. You can join the month-long virtual walk by simply purchasing a purple World Preemie t-shirt at only 100 Rand.